Golf Academy with the University of Houston coach, and I never practice anymore, and all I did was kind of research, mental game type stuff through the sports psychology education, and best training methods. And I practiced probably, once. I can't remember the last time I hit golf balls on a driving range. If you guys are golfers and know what a driving range is, but last year I qualified to play in the PGA Championship. And everyone in my industry like, oh, all he does is play golf all the time. When I posted maybe 10 scores last year, and we had 5 section events with 2 rounds each. I played a couple scrambles, but I was working 5% as hard as I did as a college player, because my dad taught me you got to work hard, you can achieve whatever you want, which is true, but you also got to work smart. And as a coach, I feel like, if you can train smart, maybe you're not that hard of a worker, you can be pretty good. But if you're pretty talented, a hard worker, and you train smart, you can be the best you want to be. After playing the PGA Championship, and I played the Houston Open this year, so 2 events in the last year, when I never played in one when I practiced every day. And I'm not telling you not to practice, coach. You got to practice, but my passion is, that's why I did the sports psychology of peak performance, because, my dad's generation, older generations, that's all, fluff, and you just got to work harder, you got to run more sprints, but you've got to do it strategically, and I think Coach Coleman knows that. I know he does some sports performance training with my sister, but kids and just athletes in general are getting so much better. Like, I would hate to have to play against the high school kids, some of the kids I see when I'm coaching, because they are far and away, they're already ready for the PGA Tour. They just need the experience and mature a little bit. So my advice to all the young athletes in the room is to, I guess, be strategic. Set the goals now and set the routines and the habits now, because as you get older. Right now, your parents tell you what to do. So, you don't have an option to go to, a lot of these social things. You're going to have maybe a little bit more options to do in high school. And it's going to be harder when you have those temptations. Then you get to college, you're on your own, you live by yourself. It's going to be even harder to, focus on academics in school. But if you start the habits now, the routines now, I think that it's a lot easier to keep it going as you go up, because I saw a lot of great athletes, way more talented than me, more talented. There was a kid out of Dallas that, you guys have heard of Jordan Spieth. He had a better resume than Jordan Spieth, played in PGA Tour events. By his senior year at University of Texas, where was he? No one had a clue. Because he obviously he was probably a great, I don't know, I'm guessing, but he was a great phenom talent, but he didn't have the process and the plan in place and the habits established, and he kind of fizzled out, and then he tried to make a return, turn pro after college, but couldn't make it on the mini tour. So it's important now, I think, just to kind of start those habits, start a plan, follow a process, and it's all about consistency with that process, and finding a coach you believe in. Because I felt like as a player, I would go to these coaches, they're top 50 in the world. I didn't know why they were telling me to do what I was doing, but I just did it because they told me to. I think if you can find a coach you believe in, but also understand and be a student of the game, whatever sport that is, you can be a lot better than, just listening, just doing what they say. Obviously you should listen, but you should also try to be a student of the game, and you'll improve a lot faster. Sorry, I lost my spot on here. So I guess lastly, I'll go back to the principles of athletics and sports and how they apply to me today. I think, the time management aspect, being able to balance school, athletics at a high level, you got to have good time management. You get a lot of opportunities as well. Sorry, that's sidetracking, so I'm not going to talk about that. But it made me, you have to be really self-motivated to get through some of those workouts at the college level, even if you're a golfer, getting up at 6 a.m., doing things you don't want to do so you can be successful. So as you know, for me, I feel like me and my peers, I played college athletics, when we got into the workforce, it was a lot easier for us to do things we didn't want to do because we were used to it in sports, and the work ethic, the time management, it seemed easy compared